follow the protocols. We get tested, every single day. So I don't understand the whole thing where he couldn't play, and then he came on the court, and then they took him back. It's just a lot going on. It's too much going on. It's kind of overwhelming, especially when we're in the midst of a tough game, and like these games are going to add up, especially if we're talking about playoff seeding. We're talking about positioning ourselves and to home court advantage and whatnot, and catch a rhythm and all that. So I feel like I don't know. It's overwhelming. It's frustrating. Yeah.
Have you had an opportunity to message him or see where his head is at before you guys leave for Philly?
He feels the same way, especially, him already having it. And, we get tested, like I said, every single day. So, and I mean, he's been negative, so I don't understand what the problem is. If that was the case, the game should have been postponed. I feel like if, we're talking about contact tracing, he was around all of us, so I don't understand why he wasn't allowed to play and then was able to play and then took back off the court. If that was the case, we should have just postponed the game. That's how I feel. But in the midst of it, it was tough. Give Toronto credit. They made shots. They played well. But yeah, it's frustrating.
Malika Andrews, ESPN.
Hey, James, in the midst of sort of all that frustration, did you find it hard to sort of refocus? Did you have kind of questions going on in your head like, hey, what's going on? I want to pay attention to that. Or what was kind of the balance there of trying to be like, oh, we still have a game to play, but also.
No, we definitely have a game to play, but we're bringing it in huddle. And coach is drawing up the first play of the game. And, we're like, where's Kevin? And Kevin can't play. It was like, all right, cool, whatever. All right. So then we're starting the game up, and then Kevin is able to play. It's like, all right, let's go. Then Kevin can't play again. It's like, all right, come on, what are we doing? So it's just, we try to focus on the game, try to focus on possession by possession, try to, get a rhythm because we started off slow. We're not here to make excuses, but it was just, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Thank you.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
James, kind of going off your last comment, did you ask at all during the game the coaches or anything what was going on with Kevin, or because you did have a game to play, you were just kind of going with the flow with all that, and when he was around, and when he wasn't, you asked questions later?
Of course I asked what was going on, and they said, they just said contact tracing, and I'm thinking to myself, well, if it's contact tracing, then we were all in the locker room together. That means there's no game, if he's not going to be able to play. So, that was my thought process. And, once he started the game, I kind of forgot about it. And then Kevin enters the game. I'm like, well, I don't know. It must have been a confusion or a mess up or something, so we kind of like, we caught a rhythm. We came back, started playing well. And then he can't come back on the floor. I don't know. It was a lot. Like I said, it's overwhelming. We're not taking anything away from Toronto. They played an exceptional game. They made shots when they counted. They played, scrappy basketball like we knew they were going to do. For us, we just couldn't catch a rhythm, and when we finally did in that second quarter, we started playing well, and then we just got kind of stagnant again in that second half. So, yeah.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, James, does a night like tonight kind of make you look at the idea of an all-star game or all-star weekend or whatever any differently? I mean, a lot of guys have been voicing different opinions, so I'm wondering where you stand on the subject.
I haven't said anything publicly, but I feel the same way as some of the players as far as like, so much going on as far as we're trying to, calm a virus down. And, we're putting on an event, I don't know. I mean, I know what the reasoning is for it, but, I feel like, especially with a condensed schedule and it feels like everything was forced upon players. It's already draining. We playing a lot of games in a week. I feel like that was a week for us to kind of relax, be with our families and kind of take a step back away from basketball. So like I said, we're just in it.
Thank you so much for watching Trending Sports News on YouTube. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll be